and welcome to a Rivals Ixalan Sealed League. This is Old Man Poole. The format's just opened. I ran home from work as soon as I could, and we're going to jump into a league here. I have seen most of the cards through spoilers, but not all of them. I see we have Zakama, Primal Calamity over here, which is probably just bad, but costs 9. 9's a lot of mana. The format does look like it's maybe a little bit slower than the previous one, although being a little bit slower means that playing 9 mana spells probably isn't where we want to be. Anyway, let's look at our rares real fast. I think that's a good way to kind of start out. Ooh. Well, we've got 2 big creatures. 2 Shaper Sanctuary. That's not exactly what you're hoping for. Path of Discovery. And Form of the Dinosaur. When Form of the Dinosaur enters the battlefield, your life total becomes 15. At the beginning of your upkeep, Form of the Dinosaur deals 15 target creature and opponent controls. That creature deals damage. Okay. So this is probably a really good like curve topper for an aggressive deck. I think it's less good in a controlling deck. But let's look at our colors here. So we have a couple of really expensive kind of game-ending bombs, but they are super expensive. Path of Discovery, which probably isn't fantastic, and Form of the Dinosaur, which maybe is pretty good. So I don't know if we're blown away by our rares, but that's okay. Let's look at the colors. So we've got Skymarcher Aspirant, which is a 2/1 for 1. The game's flying if you have the Blessing. Probably fine, probably not overwhelming. 2/1 for 1 is probably like borderline playable in an aggressive format, and getting flying in the late game is not irrelevant. Pride of Conquerors. Yeah, if you're aggressive, you're in it for the +1/+1s, that's okay. Probably also playable but not exciting. Slash of Talons, playable but not exciting. Limited Spawns is pretty good. I am a sucker for a Pacifism effect, and even at 1 more mana, that's pretty strong. Rallying Roar, probably borderline. Territorial Hammerskull is fantastic. Everdon Champion. Kind of a good defensive card. Skymarcher 2/3 for 3 is pretty good if our mana base allows it. Probably put Everdon Champion 1 below. Ixalan's Binding is great. Living Allosaur is maybe borderline playable. Paladin's fine. Sanguine Glorifier. Okay, good with other vampires, not fantastic without them. Imperial Ceratops. Okay. Not a bad 5-drop to go up the ground. Probably down there. A couple of Suncrested Pterodons, which are probably okay, but not great. And Zapalta, which, I mean, let's be honest, this card's gotta be in the top pile, right? It just has to be. I don't want to live in a format where it's not. Kite Sail Corsair's pretty good, pretty aggressive. Probably in the top column if you're in an aggressive deck and not otherwise. Negates, okay, but not main deckable, I don't think. Siren's Ruse is good if you've got the right number of pirates to support it. Sworn Guardians, unexciting. Sailor of Means is fine. Watternauts is good. Aquatic Incursion. Create 2, oh, okay. This does help you, I mean, it's 3 cards in 1 as far as getting to Ascend, which is not irrelevant. And then you can use your Merfolk, or can get through Merfolk in the late game. Probably alright. Siren Reaver, oh, this card seems great. Aquatic Incursion's probably playable, but not exciting. Likewise a Storm Sculptor, and probably a Sworn Guardian. I'm not sure we're going to be in blue just because we don't have a ton of playables there. There is some, like, good top end, but not even, like, nuts either. Blightkeeper. Playable in the last format. Kind of hoping it's not in this format, but we'll see. I think you'll play 1 March of the Drowned, especially in Sealed. Especially if we're bringing back Zakama. The value. Deckbuilding Zealot seems fine. Triple Dark Inquiry is not great. Feather Fleet Forder, if you're aggressive, is pretty good, and otherwise it's kind of okay. Tusk Chargers, not real exciting. Vampire Revenant, also not real exciting. Mausoleum Harpy. 3/3 flying with, I guess, some upside. Yeah, probably fine. I don't know if it's absurd, but probably fine. Okay, well, I think honestly these cards should probably be down here. I don't know if our black's very good. That I felt like we had a lot in there, but those 3 Dark Inquiries, yeah, not great. Okay, Fanatical Firebrand. Good if you're aggressive. Enables raid very nicely. I guess we want to be 1 over on this. Buccaneer's Bravado. Target creatures +1. That's probably pretty good. Pretty reasonable combat trick. +1/+1 first strike will win you a lot of combats, and if it's a pirate, you get to go to town. Trailblazer seems good. 2/1 first, or Menace. First strike's fine. Ollie's Crown, I guess good with Enrage. Good if you're really aggressive. Maybe we'd play 1. Death Spitter, fine, but not absurd. Swaggering Corsair. Here's the battlefield +1/+1 counter. Fine, but not absurd. Not really in for Hijack unless you're very aggressive. Brazen Freebooters, kind of eh. Demolish is not great. Okay, well, I'm kind of hoping our green's good. I feel like our white was pretty solid. But blue, black, and red, none of them have seemed real great. We're going to put Form of the Dinosaur up here, though, for sure. I think this is definitely better if you're an aggressive deck. The fact that your opponent's creatures deal their damage power to you means you can't really use this as controlling, and it's not a May effect. But, I mean, if you could, like, curve out and your opponent's kind of low, but they stabilize with some good creatures, Form of the Dinosaur can help you get through. It's sweet. I don't know if it's great, but it's sweet. Green Jade Bearer. Guess okay if you've got other merfolk, you have to have a lot. Shaper Sanctuary I don't think's playable. Aggressive Urge I guess is probably okay. +1/+1 and draw a card. If it wins you a combat, that's a good trade for sure. Cherished Hatchling. Gotta read this card. When it dies, you may cast dinosaur cards this turn as though they had flash. Whenever you cast a dinosaur spell this turn, gains which creature in the battlefield. What a weird card. So on the defense, if you have mana up, it's hard for your opponent to attack into it. I guess you can swing in on offense and your opponent's never going to block it. It seems good. It's kind of hard to figure out exactly how good, but it probably seems fine. Drover the Mighty was fantastic in Ixalan, and I imagine it'll be good here. One of the only reasons to play a dinosaur deck in the previous set. Guild Grove Stalker. Fine for aggressive if Jade Bearer ends up being a thing. Plummet, maybe fine. New Horizons. I guess if we're going for Sakama, we gotta go for the New Horizons, right? Right. Drillback seems fine. Cacophodon? Like Cacophony, I guess. Whenever it's dealt damage, untap a permanent. It's kind of a 2/5 for 4. Yeah, that doesn't seem real absurd. I think we'll play it, but... Jade Guardian, but without a ton of really good auras. I think we had one somewhere, but not much. Okay. Probably like borderline okay. Night the Stampede. Oh man, we're totally doing this. Look at all these cheap, making dinosaur spells cost cheaper. We just have to, right? Night the Stampede, actually, all jokes aside, probably is pretty good if you do have dinosaurs. Ceratops. A couple of overgrown Armasaurs. Colossal Dreadmaw. Well, our green seems fine. I think we're probably going to be in green-white. We are kind of low on removal in general. I don't think we had really any in red. Kind of none in black either. It's kind of unfortunate. Path of Discovery. I guess we might play it. It's pretty slow though. We'll keep it in the top for now. Direfleet Neckbreaker's pretty good if we were going to be black-red, although that doesn't look real likely. Scotland Seer for 3. This is a pretty good card. It's ramp and it also gets back dinosaurs. Okay, so we're gonna play Sakama. I mean, it goes without saying, right? What do we got here? Hierophant's Chalice for just straight up mana ramp. Rozka's Relic looks pretty good to me. You do need to get to Ascend before it gives you any value, but in general, I'm not high on cards like Hierophant's Chalice that just add into your mana pool. But the Relic adds to your mana pool and eventually turns into a card, so that's pretty good, I think. Origins, also we probably would play. We also have Stone Quarry, which helps. I think we're gonna do dinosaurs for sure here. Okay, let's get these blue and black cards out of here. See if there's any red that we really want to play. Because we do have some like decent... where'd that other card go? Oh, Pillar of Origins. We have some kind of decent ramp cards for dinos. I don't know if ramp's really a thing in this format. Like, trying to do this in Ixalan proper would have been pretty bad, I think. But we got 2 of the Elder Dragons, or dinosaurs. Don't tell me when I call them dragons. Alright, are there any of the red cards that are just okay? Nothing I want to splash for, I don't think. Wish we had some removal in there. Slash of Talons might have to do some work for us. Okay, well, let's put together a curve here and see what things look like. Or by mana cost. Oh yeah, we got some expensive stuff out here. We have lots of playables, which is nice. 31 is a nice, healthy thing to start cutting from. I don't think Pride of Conquerors is how we're going to try and win. We're going to try and win by resolving one of these guys. And actually, white has our best removal, too, so that's kind of nice. Don't think Rallying Roar is probably very good. I mean, it's hard for your opponent to play around if we end up in like a race situation, but I guess I'll stay in for now. Let's take out Jade Guardian. Seems pretty bad. Stalkers are, I guess, 2-drops, and you do need some 2-drops. Everdon Champion's a good defensive card. Those guys are all okay. Ceratops is definitely better than that Ceratops. Imperial Ceratops beats out Spiketail, I guess. I'm not sure we want the Sky Marcher Aspirant either. Although I guess it's probably better than a Guild Grove Stalker in this deck. Because I don't think we're going to try and attack real aggressively. We're going to try and ramp into some bigger stuff and finish the game from there. Okay, so we're going to play, I think, these guys. How many dinosaurs are we actually going to end up having? We're going to have quite a few. Yeah, okay, I think I'm on board for Pillar of Origins. I will play Traveler's Amulet as well. I think we need Slash just because we need some removal. Like I said, we have a lot of playables. I feel like this is higher than what you'd usually think, which is good. I think Rallying Roar probably doesn't cut it. Aggressive Urge might not either. We're probably going to be having to use these defensively, which makes them a lot worse, because your opponent can like kill the creature in response to wherever it blows you out. But if you're on the offense, you can get away with it, because a lot of times they're tapped out. I think we're going to cut Aggressive Urge. I think I do want the ramp. I guess that's true. I cut 1 Stalker, did I? Where'd it go? I thought I had 2. Oh, he's over here. Because I was thinking that an Aspirant was better, but we maybe should just have more 2-drops too. Territorial Hammerskull's gotta be good enough that we just shouldn't cut it, pretty much in any case. How often is Sanguine Glorifier gonna be very good? 2 vampires before it in the curve. We're also maybe trying to skip the 4 mana slot a lot of the time, because we've got, if we hit this, or this, we're skipping it. I don't know if Cacophedon's very good either. Untap a permanent. What can we do if we untap permanents? I mean, I guess it's kind of a wombo with New Horizons. I feel like there's got to be some good value here, but if we're using it as a defensive creature, yeah, it just doesn't feel that good. I'm going to cut the Glorifier. Maybe Cacophodon. I don't want to be too heavy at our high end, but we do want to hit like these cards fairly consistently. I can't believe we're playing both these cards. I'm excited, but I don't know how good it'll actually end up being. We could go all in and play like Hierophant's Chalice and really just go low on 4s. I feel like Chalice is just going to be bad. And that also gives us more hands where I think we just don't do very much. I think Spike-tailed Ceratops is the worst of our dinos. Certainly the least defensive one. Let's cut him. I think let's cut Cacophodon. I just don't see how we really abuse this card. Frillback is kind of fine. I really want to cut these guys, but that's probably just a mistake. There are going to be a lot of matchups where we just need to have them. I guess Pillar of Origins helps cast that. We've got Stone Quarry. Travel Amulet's kind of free, though. And with this many ramp cards, I actually think we can play 16 lands. Traveler's Amulet helps a little bit with that. So if we're cutting 2 more cards, what are we cutting? Maybe one of our Pterodons. I mean, I'm tempted to just cut like Sky Marcher because it's just not super synergistic with what the deck's trying to do. but it feels like really good rate. On the other hand, it's double white. Maybe it's a sideboard option. Maybe the Frillback's just worse too. Yeah, maybe the Frillback's just worse, even though it's a dinosaur. Well, we're gonna have trouble casting this a lot of the time too. Frillback's gonna be easier. I think the Everdon Champion's good enough that we're okay with the slightly higher casting cost. Okay, well, the goal is to survive until we cast one of our 2 bombs. So survive and draw cards till then. I don't know if it's good. It's fun though. It's true. Do we want Path of Discovery? Can we afford more nonsense in this deck? If we did, we'd probably have to cut a non-creature spell, right? Like New Horizons is probably what we cut. Yeah, just... I think we're going deep enough right now. Even though Exploration's good and solid and all. I don't know. I guess that helps us dig. Okay, we'll put it in... it's pretty close to do nothing. I want to try it, though. I don't know. It's the beginning of the format. Let's try something a little bit different. So what do we cut here? I guess the Frillback, maybe? Again, we're maybe trying to skip over the earlier curve, so we can maybe skimp a little bit on cards that aren't immediately valuable. I wonder if this Hammer Skull is just not great in this deck. Can't believe I'm saying that. Yeah, I can't be right. Okay, let's add in our Stone Quarry, definitely. I don't think anything else. I don't think we need an Unknown Shores. Just 1 mountain's fine, I think. I guess Zakama is kind of nice if we have more green or more red for it. And I guess we want 1 red source for the Traveler's Amulet. So 1 red, 7/7? It's a little bit awkward. The Seer helps. The Dinos help. 40 it is. Let's see if we can't win some games with huge dinos. This is the dream of Ixalan, the Ixalan that never came to be. Maybe the rivals will have a little bit more success. I'm excited. I will see you guys for match 1. Welcome back for match 1. We've won the dice roll. We're gonna take advantage of that. Pretty okay hand here. So we've got our choice, I guess, between Pillar of Origins and Drover of the Mighty. And then a couple of 4-drops. So we're going to be able to drop one of those on turn, or a couple of 5-drops, one of those on turn 4. I think we keep this. Seems alright to me. Opponent mulligans down to 6, and then keeps. Alright, start off with the Stone Quarry. Get that out of the way ASAP. Built from the bones of the earth. That's cool flavor text. Alright. Well, there's Path of Discovery. I guess if we played the Drover, we could play Path next turn. And that kind of ends up being the same with the Ceratops and the like, and we get to explore. The value. I don't know if this deck's any good at all. I'm having fun already though, so that's a good sign. Alright, so we really don't want the Drover to die, but oh well. Rest in peace. Okay, so we can cast Pillar this next turn, or New Horizons. I guess we want to do Pillar more though, right? Alright, so no immediate Path of Discovery. That Moment of Craving did slow us down quite a bit. That's kind of creepy art. And let's choose Dinosaurs. Dinosaur. Alright. And we'll pass it back. So we would like to find another land here quite a bit. Since we can't play anything without it, other than New Horizons, which is not real exciting. But I have faith. We're gonna hit a land, right? Land off the top. Almost. So we can play an Everdon Champion, or just New Horizons. I think Everdon Champion's probably better. It's a little bit awkward, but if we find another land spell, we're doing okay. We can also New Horizons next turn if we don't find anything else, and then we have a 3/3 that doesn't die easily. It's kind of cool. I wonder if Pillar of Origins is clunky in this deck. Because it only does add for dinosaurs. That's not... maybe that's just not that great. Ooh, alright. Well, we have a 3-4 barreling down on us. That is a clock. Never known champion blocks fairly well on the board. Land? Cool. So, which do we want more? I don't know if we have time to play Path of Discovery. I guess it's maybe not terrible. And then it does start drawing us cards / making bigger dinosaurs. We're already blocking, unless my opponent's got a combat trick. Kinda like playing it. The earlier we do it, the more value we get. And we do need to find an answer for the Sky Marcher soonish. Sure. The Pillar of Origins has not looked great, so maybe that's not something we want to play. This is just one sample, like one game, but I'm looking at my hand and looking back down, and I'm just like, this is the sort of deck that when I'm on the other side of the table, I'm like, man, this guy's, what's he doing? Where's just playing a bunch of random do-nothing cards? But we're having fun. Oh no. Oh dear, I think we're gonna get killed in the air. Okay, yep. No blocks. Okay. So we can play Night of the Stampede, New Horizons. Night of the Stampede is nice because it makes everything else cheaper going forward. This turns into 3 each. Or I guess we can't quite do that because this doesn't have dinosaurs. New Horizons still doesn't quite work. We do get to explore. I guess we're gonna play 1 creature regardless. Yeah, and we do need to dig into the deck. Like, these guys are just gonna cause problems pretty fast. I think Night of the Stampede is still probably better. It's not that much worse of a block than the other two, and it potentially lets us play a couple of things the following turn. Alright. And we get to explore the value. Ooh. Well, I think you gotta go on the bottom, unfortunately. You're cool, though. Well, I guess to the graveyard. Rest in peace. We cannot afford to draw you right now, though. Okay, okay. So this next turn we take 5. Okay, we take 7. Oh dear. The flying. Dreams are being crushed already. Okay, that's a good card. Not a absurd card, but a good card. Let's see, so we've got 4. This costs us 3. So can we play New Horizons? Play New Horizons. We end up with 2 mana, 3 mana. We can do that. Alternatively, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can't cast both unless we hit a land. We might need to hit a land, though. New Horizons gives us mana in the future, but I think we need to make our best possible tempo play right now. So I want to keep up 1 green since this is our only double green card. Okay, kind of hoping to hit a land. Okay, we did hit 1. Well, then we'll play Imperial Ceratops because I think we're going to need the life. So, still getting beaten down by flyers. But we're kind of doing stuff. Still need to find something in the next, I guess, at our next draw, realistically. Mark of the Vampire, that doesn't kill us. It's really bad, though. So So I guess we block there because if we find a removal spell, we can get rid of that. We go to 1, which is awkward, but if this just chump blocks, I think we're in a worse spot. He's got a trick, we're dead. But I think we're dead, he's got a trick. Anyway, yeah. Alright, well, let's block like that. And we're just going to bring in things like Plummet. And I think that'll increase our win percentage a little bit. Alright, Snowborn Sentry. Just a 3/3. That's fine. Okay, and I think that is it. Yep, alright. So we'll toss it back. Opponent probably said I see in regards to our Zakama. Oh yeah, we're living the dream. We're gonna try and get there. Okay. So Plummet I think seemed good. And Pterodon seemed good. Maybe even the Sky Marcher. I think the way we lose is gonna be in the air against this opponent. I think Hammer Skull, believe it or not, I'm pulling out. I'm just not sure it fits into the deck, even though it's pretty solid. We could pull out Zakama. We may not have a ton of time against this opponent. And we'll just keep a Zatalpa in instead. I don't know, I'm not sure I'm in love with Pillar of Origins. We don't have that many vampire or dinosaurs. We actually hit like a lot of them that time. I think I'm actually gonna cut that. Wonder if we should add in one more land if we're doing that. Because we do really want to hit our land drops going up. I guess maybe Traveler's Amulet bites the dust and we bring in a land for that since we took out Zakama. That'll make us a little bit more consistent and maybe a little bit faster. 2 more white, 1 more. Yeah, I think that's good. These both require double white. Okay, I think I like that sideboard option. And then we'll just try and win with a bunch of sort of like mid-range stuff, or Zatalpa, assuming we get to play it. Okay, let's run it back. I have faith. The Dinosaurs deck is not beaten yet. We're just bringing in vampires to defend ourselves. Okay, I would like to play first. Hands, fine, I think. A little bit slow, which is a danger with the deck, but we have a Sky Marcher. We have some good draws too. Let's go ahead and keep. So our opponent's deck didn't look like, at least what we saw, particularly bomb heavy, just very solid, very efficient. Poland's mulligan to 6 both games. But yeah, some just good flyers, and we did not have a real good answer for them. This card actually made it being pretty important for Dinosaur's deck if they end up being okay. Well, there's a lot of great cards that go up the ground, but not as many that come up the air. Alright, Ixalan's Binding's not a bad card. Pass her back. Okay, we're looking for not a great play. Okay, this is kind of free, like, it's good for vampires, but it's also a little bit of a slow play. So, I think I'm happy with my opponent doing that. I think land would be good, yeah. Okay, let's play our own Sky Marcher. Or this should just be main deck. It's awkward if we are trying to splash for red. The mana's just a lot worse. Alright. Fathom Fleet Border. Okay, definitely aggressive. Okay, I mean 4-drop would be great, but sometimes that's not to be. Do we want Ixalan's Binding? I don't think so, especially with things like Mark the Vampire running around. We'll take 3 this turn, but next turn we can play Pterodons and Ceratopsi and are getting value there. I am not going to trade 2 damage for 1 damage though. I am going to leave my Sky Marcher back. Again, I think my opponent's the aggressor, so trading damage, even if it's kind of in our favor, I don't think is great. Okay. That makes me unhappy that I left the Sky Marcher back as well. Okay, so unless my opponent's got a kill spell for the Ceratops, it is gonna no attack. Alright. Respecting the open mana, I suppose. Is there a world where we should place Pterodon first? Ceratops is a little bit better on the ground. I think we're gonna play this. I'm a little bit worried he's just got like a kill spell or the like, which means I think I want to leave the Sky Marcher back still. Next turn we'll play the Pterodon, another Sun-Crested Pterodon, and then I'll start getting in with the Sky Marcher. I think it's very likely my opponent has like Vanquish the Weak or whatever the new Vanquish the Weak is called. Ooh, another border. Yeah, if this is all he's got, Ceratops does a really, really good job blanking all these 3/3s. Azor's Gateway. Draw a card, then exile a card from your hand. If cards with 5 or more different converted mana costs are exiled, you gain 5 life, untap and transform it. Gain X of any one colored mana pool. That is a weird card. He's just playing as a looter, probably? Okay. I mean, the mana isn't that relevant. I think you'd rather just have it as a permanent looter. It's a mythic? Huh. Weird, okay. Once down to 2 cards. I think if he had removal, he would have used it, which is good to know. I'm gonna go ahead and swing with our Sky Marcher and play a Pterodon. It's my turn to have the Air Force. Admittedly not quite as aggressive or speedy as his, but... these guys end up being vigilant, which is pretty nice. They can start picking in for damage pretty fast, too. A Legion's Lieutenant makes some of my opponent's cards bigger. Onto a Vanguard. Yeah, opponent's deck looks pretty good. He's got a lot of cheap, aggressive cards. So, can't play Relic and the Pterodon, so we're just gonna play Pterodon, right? Or can we? Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can. And that will give us the blessing, too. Right? This does work. Yes, it does. There are bound to be some misplays over, I mean, it's the first time in a new format, but some things like that I have to double check on, too. So this no longer has particularly good blocks, only against the Legion's Lieutenant, which I'm kind of happy if he attacks with anyway. I think I'm actually just going to try and make hay while the getting's good. Opponent, yeah, that Legion's Lieutenant does pretty solid work. Okay, so he's drawing a card. I assume these are face up, yeah, just pitching lands. Exiled cards have command cost 0. Okay, there's the Mark of the Vampire. Ixalan's Binding does answer that, though, which is nice. Okay, yeah, I think we're actually in a good spot, then. Our last card's gonna get rid of this. This is, like, an absurdly good combo, though. I have definitely lost to it. Okay, so we have 7, 8 mana. We have to cast Ixalan's Binding this turn, so I guess we probably might as well sacrifice the Relic. Okay, Cherished Hatchling. Okay, we're gonna Binding for sure. And then play the Hatchling, I guess. Which then kind of turns into a free attacker if we wanted to, too. Alright, Rip Vanguard. Oh, that feels good. Oh, that feels so good. Okay, and we'll get in for a fair amount here. My opponent did gain a lot of life. And we have used up our removal spell, so if he's got something solid here, maybe are still in trouble, but we have a 2-turn clock and a lot of creatures on the board. Okay. Pitching another land. Yeah, he's just filtering, which is fine. Okay. That Sky Marcher does a pretty good job of slowing us down. Cuts down our curve or our attack every turn by 4. So I imagine we swing with the Hatchling. He can't really block it. Otherwise, we just drop an Armasaur and kill off his lieutenant. I think my opponent's deck is better than mine. We may have more star power. Definitely not impossible. Yeah, let's play an Armasaur. Because if we hit our giant legendary Pterodon, that does do some good work. He's just got a lot of efficient cheap cards here. And he's looting his draws. Like, I don't think we're in a bad spot, but I'm not in love either. I'm gonna grow the Glorifier, maybe? You could grow your Sky Marcher, but it still doesn't really answer the Pterodons. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's big. If he wants to, he can trade it for either of these guys. No play. At least just yet. Okay. Let's get in with some of these guys again. I wonder if we don't want to play the Armasaur. He kind of has to block this next turn and then we get value. We're a long ways off dying. He doesn't have great attacks. Yeah. I think we actually hold it. Looting away. Okay, gotten rid of 4 lands so far. Vampire Revenant. Okay, that's good. It doesn't match up incredibly well against the Pterodons, but I guess it lets him double block. Yeah, never mind, that's not irrelevant. Okay, so we swing. He has 2 flying blockers. Suppose he blocks like there. Get a kill off that, but blocking in the air. If we swing with all of these, he has to split these blocks, right? Otherwise he's dead. He only has 2 flyers. That one blocks like there, say, and that one blocks there. Because he has to block that, which means we get value. Okay, that seems okay. Not missing anything, right? No like random lifelink or... Takes 2, goes to 1. Ooh, double blocking. Wonder if we're better off actually killing a big thing. Man, they're really killing this cherished hatchling. I think I actually might be better off killing the Sky Marcher and making sure we've got 2 potential attackers. Even though the Legion's Lieutenant seems maybe better, just killing the flyer I think is probably better. Okay, so I did like holding the Armasaur this turn. And he has to answer 2 of these guys. Ooh, yeah, that feels pretty good. Okay, Cherished Hatchling did some work there. And I guess we'll hold our land. No point in showing it to our opponent. Give him the fear. Okay, gotta play a little bit faster. I always play kind of slowly when a new format comes around. I kind of play slowly in general, but it's even worse with the new format. Okay, well, 1-1. I think that we were a little bit lucky, but our opponent had a pretty good curve out too. And drew 4 additional cards. I think we're kind of lucky to get both of our Pterodons. Those seem like they're going to be important in this matchup. Allosaur doesn't seem absurd. I wonder if we do want just like Rallying Roar to help force through our like Pterodons and the like. I mean, maybe you should also be playing another Guild Grove Stalker, because we could just be a little bit too slow. I could definitely see that being a problem with the deck. Yeah, I think I actually... So I'm going to keep cutting down. I think I'm going to cut on New Horizons, bring in a Stalker, and just trust that we'll be able to get up to 5, and if we have Zetalpa in our hand, we can go for the long game. I do think Path of Discovery is fine, since I think it's likely we're going to kind of stall. Because that's how... I mean, there's been a board stall our first 2 games. I think it's not unlikely that happens again. It's awkward, because these cards do sort of nothing, but they also might be important to keep us alive. Rallying Roar's kind of tempting, but... Okay, I think we're just going to run this back. Be a little bit more conservative on the draw here. Okay, this hand's fine. We have a little bit of early defense, and if we find a plains, we can play Sky Marcher. Yeah, we need to find some lands, I think, with this hand, but I think we're still going to keep. Opponent keeping 7 for the first time here. Not bitten by the mulligan bug. Alright, that is not what we were hoping to see. Okay, cool. I am okay with that. Less okay with that. We do need to draw another land pretty badly, and we'd really like it to be a plains. I think you do keep that with 3 draws, but sometimes you're not going to get there. Okay. Being able to plummet this will be nice. You want to trade? So you don't get any particular value, but just getting rid of one of the Sky Marchers is pretty good. Okay, that is a land. Not necessarily the white land that we would love, but it's better than drawing another 5-drop. Okay, Legion Lieutenant. Glad we had an answer to that. And the Gateway. Okay, land, please give me a land, especially a plains. Plains? Okay, well, still not out of it. Things are looking a little bit grim. This format doesn't feel as disgustingly oppressive as like Ixalan did, as far as missing like land drops and early plays, but it's still not something you can afford to do for very long. Okay, there's the Sky Marcher. Which our Sky Marcher does not answer very well right now. But yeah, this is still like a pretty solid beatdown deck. And this is what it looks like in sealed. I am scared to think of what it's going to look like in constructed. Okay, I think we're going to play the Paladin of the Bloodstained. It's the most mana efficient. Our Sky Marcher can't block their Sky Marcher anyway. This guy's a problem. And so is my opponent sort of drawing 2 cards every turn. Like he just gets to get to 4 is like perfect mana cost and just sit there. Oh no. Deja vu. It's the first match all over again. We've used our plummet. Oh, interesting. Interesting. That would not have been my first guess. I guess maybe he's just being wary of things like Plummet. Okay. Really would like to get rid of that Legion Lieutenant. That's causing a whole world of hurt. It's power 2 or less. I wish this was power 2 or greater, because I would be getting in with him. I guess let's play our Imperial Ceratops. It's a good blocker, even if it's not interacting with the flyer just yet. Hunt the Weak could be like a great draw here. Glorifier was a pretty good play from my opponent. I guess he didn't activate the Gateway last turn. He missed out on that potential value. Hammer Skull's good when you're on the beatdown, certainly. Yeah, I think in this matchup at least, it just kind of is whoever ended up with the flyer first, or the better flyer. Right? Still don't think this changes too much. I guess we get in with our Aspirant. So that has flying now. Exchange a little bit on the clock with my opponent, and we're going to play our Colossal Dreadmaw. So we have, I mean, we had a little bit of a rocky start with our lands, but we actually drew out of it pretty nicely, which is good. Okay, 3-3 for 3. Or 3-3 for 1, the value. I wonder if this card's any good. It feels not real great. Like a 3-3 here is not terrible, it's not insane either. Yep. Okay. So I think we do swing with our Dreadmaw. Well, we swing with the Dreadmaw, what are we trading for? We're trading for the Glorifier. He'll block. And then our 3-drop can start swinging. Is that even really all that good? I guess getting with these guys is not bad. And we have to interact some. That feels like such a bad trade. I wonder if we're better off waiting until we can kill off the Legion's Lieutenant. If we can make it that long. Alternatively, we could just say we're happy with pretty good blockers. And if we find any removal spell, we just kill off this flyer. And then we've got 4 flying damage that comes in every turn. Which is not irrelevant either. Problem is, my opponent just has a better draw every turn than we do. It's funny, this card's like, I guess it's just pretty good, right? A looter that's a lot harder to kill. You'll play a Merfolk looter in pretty much every deck, I think. Yeah, I guess this is good. Still doesn't feel very mythic to me. I guess the second half kind of is. I think we still do. Just try and sandbag and hope to find a kill spell. It's not like we have none. Did I make up the Hunt the Weak? I don't think we have a Hunt the Weak. But we do have a couple of white removal spells. Ixalan's Binding, and there's another one too. The Pacifism Sideways. Ooh, he actually played a land. Okay, Revenant. Ugh. So that was a pretty good play. Do we have to attack with our Red Maw, if we do get rid of that, that means the Ceratops can swing somewhat effectively the following turn. I think we have to attack with the Dreadmaw now. If we attack with Dreadmaw, we swing with... I guess either way my opponent will trade against us. I guess these do double block that. He doesn't have anything sneaky. We take 4. One kills off the Sky Marcher. I guess we still wait. Yeah. I don't know, it's hard to tell on a board state this complex, but that's just not a particularly good trade, even if we can start setting up the Imperial Ceratops. Yeah, we might need a bit of a miracle to work our way out of this one. We can't even draw our Elder Dinosaur because we don't have quite enough lands, actually. Yeah, I guess our best draw still is just our flyer. Seems so likely he's got a combat trick, though, too. I don't know if we can play around it any longer. Okay, Dusk Legion Zealot. Solid card, solid card. Yeah, coming in with both. I mean, I think it's fairly likely he's got the combat trick. I don't know if we can play around it. Yeah, ouch. Alright. We are in serious trouble. Well, kind of a disappointing end, but I think that is indeed it. Yeah, I think this match really just came down to who had more flyers, but close. Ugh, what a way to go. What a way to go. I guess there were only lands on our horizon anyway. Okay, well, I don't know. We can take solace that we didn't actually get completely blown out with the Dinosaurs deck. I think it was a slightly better draw we could have gotten there. Azor's Gateway, I think, was MVP for my opponent. But yeah, that's match 1 of Rivals of Ixalan. I will see you guys for match 2.